It sums him up perfectly. It's who he is. All he had to do was tell the truth. I hired the wrong guy.
Bingo.
I hired the wrong contractor to fix the reflecting pool. He did a bad job. I paid him $15 million. He did a bad job. Now it's all messed up, and we got to do it again, and we got to use your tax dollars. All he had to do was tell the truth, but that's not who he is.
Nope.
That's not who he is. He's going to blame it on someone. He's going to call it vandalism. He's going to create this giant Democratic hoax that they're all trying to tear this reflecting pool apart. He's going to create mayhem around it rather than just take ownership. It's literally who he is. I wonder what else he's willing to lie about. Who else he's willing to throw under the bus? Huh? I wonder if he is so quick to lie about something so simple as I gave my buddy the contract and he did a bad job. That's all it had to be. But no, that's not who this man is. And you believe everything he says. It's crazy.
He is incapable of being wrong. Now we're going to talk about the step further in just a moment, but he is incapable of being wrong. I've said a million times that I truly believe, even though he was a horrible president, that when the pandemic hit, had he been honest, he would have probably won re-election and he would have served 2 consecutive terms. Had he come up to the microphone and said, I know I told you it was a handful of people coming in from China and we were going to have that number down to 0 in a couple of weeks, but I was wrong. This thing is bigger than we thought it was. So what we're going to do is we're going to retool, we're going to get our arms around this, and we're going to tackle it. America would have looked at him and went, all right, do it. And we wouldn't have elected him, but he would have been elected again. I wouldn't have voted for him, but had he just done the right thing. But he can't. He can't step to the podium and say, I was wrong about that few people coming in. It's a hell of a lot more than a few people coming in, and we're not going to have it under control anytime soon. These are the things that we're probably going to have to do. Same thing here. Same thing with everything in his life, which is why Scott is pointing out that this is who he is. He can never be wrong. He can never be last. He can never lose. He can never be wrong. He can never step to the microphone, step to the podium and go, you know something? I made a mistake. And I think because he thinks that it makes him look less than. Now, the step beyond what Scott's talking about when it comes to he's going to make a big thing out of it, he's going to call it a Democratic hoax, and he's going to this, and he's going to that. He was willing to throw an American citizen in prison over his lie. He was willing to throw a former U.S. Olympian in prison so that he could protect his lie. It's not just who he is. It's fucking evil. You know who else can't be wrong, always has to be first? Kim Jong-un. I'm just saying, the parallels are striking.